All right, beautiful soul. I am so grateful to dig into today's topic. We're going to be talking specifically about why you may be attracting clients that are out of alignment with where you desire to go. So maybe an old version of you is starting to attract in clients that are not soul aligned. They're frustrating, they're quote unquote annoying, they're not in alignment. They just many things that don't feel good that you notice are starting to happen. For instance, let's say they're not able to pay, they pay on time, or they're breaking boundaries, or little things that may be happening in your business where you just find yourself getting frustrated because you've been attracting in clients that are out of alignment with what you desire to do and how you desire to serve. And so, my goal for you today is to better understand, how do I start attracting in soul aligned clients such that I'm able to actually do the thing that I wanted to come here most, which is serve and support and expand my business, which basically means expand my impact. So it's really important for us to start to better understand, we are attracting people into our life based on who we're being, not what we're saying. So there may be parts of you that are attracting in certain people because of energy that you're operating from. So there may be a part of you that feels like you have to save people, right? And so you're kind of like over giving, over delivering, undercharging, undervaluing your time. And ultimately, what you're doing, while you feel like you're helping that person, you're ultimately now not able to help as many people because your energy is so spread out and you've undercharged for the thing that would allow you, that if you charged in alignment with your soul, to best serve to the best of your ability. So if there are certain times where you've undervalued yourself and now you're just feeling kind of like resentful as you're showing up and kind of giving energy into the space, what that's now doing is it's not allowing you to now be there for your children, be there for your partner, be there for your other clients, be there to the highest capacity that you most desire to be able to serve in. So we need to get really clear on, where am I at energetically and how am I stepping into a sales call or the portal that I've opened up for someone else? What does that look like, such that I'm attracting in clients that are going to be at a higher vibration or higher experience that I'm able to really, really serve the way that my soul most desires to. So it's really important for us to get in tune with our worthiness. So often, this is such a simple exercise, but often we need to take a minute to start to tune into how valuable the portals are that we create, the fact that they change people's lives. So if we take a minute to just tune into, and this is an exercise that I will do at the end of the day, is I will journal, what am I proud of myself for? Right. And I'll just say, like, it's not just about what I did that day, but it's also about who I was being while I was doing it. And I'll also, if there are moments in time where I'm raising my prices or I notice that I'm in scarcity around something, I will take a minute to start to jot down how powerful my portals are that I've created, the massive breakthroughs that my clients have received. And when I start to do that, I'm collecting evidence that what I've created is massively important. And it's absolutely, like, for me to really show up and best serve in that portal, I have to be able to price it accordingly such that I'm not spreading myself so thin that I'm not able to really serve. Because that's where that comes into play often, is we're over giving, we're undercharging, and now we're not able to fully show up and serve the way that our heart and soul really desires to. Whereas if we were charging what was in alignment with our soul, we're going to attract in the people that can, one, now find you because you're on the same energetic frequency as them, but two, they're able to easily pay that. And now they're getting the best of you, and they've now put more of their energy into the space. What that means is, when you're charging X amount, let's say you're charging $2,222 a month, right, for your coaching. If you were to say, oh, you can just give me 1,000, that means they're putting that much of their energy in. So they're putting either $1,000 worth of energy in for themselves or 2,222, right? They're now putting more of their energy into their breakthrough. So this allows them to actually show up for themselves in a different way and expand into that next level version of themselves. So you're attracting in that client that really wants to expand into that next level version of self. And simultaneously, what you're doing is you're now allowing yourself to show up and really serve the way that your heart and soul desires, because you're not spread thin anymore. So it's really important for us to, one, price accordingly, but price according to our soul and how we can best serve, because it's energetic exchange. And simultaneously, we have to understand the worth of what we're starting to call in and bring into the space. So, for instance, I created something called the 7-figure shift. And this is a powerful exercise. We'll drop it into the show notes that allow yourself to get your body and nervous system on board with the price that you've decided to price your services or products at. Right. And so it's really important that we tell our body and our nervous system it's safe to charge this rate so that I can absolutely serve to the highest capacity. And so that now my dream client can expand into this next level version of themselves. Do you see how when I'm starting to step into my worth and I'm starting to step into the value of the container, I'm now attracting in people that see my worth and they are fully experiencing the value of the container because I'm not over delivering and now being able to underserve, right? Now I'm able to fully serve to my highest capacity and they're getting more breakthroughs and the portal itself is that much more powerful. So it's really important for us to start to tune into how am I energetically showing up and what am I charging for my services? Another really important thing that we need to better understand is where are my energy leaks in the containers that I've created, right? Because often those that don't like boundaries are the ones that want to break them, right? And so it's really important to tune in and say, how can I actually create a more powerful masculine container such that there's space for more feminine flow? And what I mean by that is setting expectations up for your clients around how you can best serve them and upholding those boundaries, right? So that they know how they can get the best of you. Because if you're constantly letting energy leaks happen, like let's say you're using Voxer as a way of communicating with your clients, but people start texting you on the side, and then you've got conversations everywhere, and it just feels like your energy is kind of spread out all over the board. It's really important to say, hey, let's carry this conversation back over into Voxer so that we have all of our energy communication or all of our communication in one spot, right? Because that would be an energy leak. If I'm having conversations everywhere, I'm going to miss something. So I'm not able to fully serve and they're not able to fully receive because we've got energy everywhere. So it's really important for us to tune into the energetics of how have I been holding the container so far? Is it set up so that I can best serve? Meaning, is it priced in a way that I can best serve such that I'm attracting in the clients that are ready to expand into the next level version of themselves? Have I created really powerful energetic boundaries such that there's space for more expansion, right? Because when we know how to show up in a container, like where the guardrails are, now we can really play more, right? Now we really know and we can it's calming to our nervous system when we know what flies and what doesn't, right? It's really, really empowering for us to know that. And it's very calming for us to know that. And when we're more calm, we have deeper breakthroughs. So it's really important for us to start to recognize how we can expand into safety within containers and simultaneously expand by doing that by creating these beautiful energetic boundaries around the containers. So for instance, like are you available every single day of the week for your clients? Or are you going to set some time boundaries around that, right? So that you can actually serve, so that you can be present for your child, so that you're not being resentful when you're with your child and now someone's pinging you and you're not able to really show up with your child, right? My assumption is you want it all. You get to have it all, right? And so it's really important for you to start to tune into how do I get to have it all? What does that look like? Right? Really, really, really important that we create these beautiful energetic boundaries. So when we think about that 7-figure shift that I mentioned before, when we're pricing or stepping into this next level version of success, it's so important for us to one, see the value of what we're bringing into the container, feel the safety around that with that journaling exercise I said before. And then step two is step into this 7-figure shift because it's an exercise that I guide you through that's going to allow you to feel safety in your body, to charge more, to step into this next level version of success because we procrastinate when we don't feel safe, right? Or we undercharge when we don't feel safe with a higher price point, or we're stuck in scarcity, right? And so it's really important for us to better understand where am I stuck in scarcity and how can I break through that and start to create safety in my body around the new price point? Because often we'll be like, okay, let's say I was at, 2000, I want to go to 3000 a month, right? If you're at 2000 and you just jump into 3000, if your body's not 100% on board, your potential client will probably mirror that back to you in a sales call, right? So as long as your body, mind, and spirit is 100% in alignment with the price point that you're giving them, they're going to feel that alignment and they're not going to question it in their subconscious. But if you're sharing your price point and you're squeezing your butt cheeks and you're like, oh, I don't know about this, they're going to be mirroring that energy back to you. I don't know about this. Maybe I shouldn't lean in. That doesn't really make sense. Something feels off. So this is where that seven-figure shift comes in, that exercise, seven-figure shift exercise comes into play, is it allows you to feel safe in your mind, body, and spirit while giving the higher price point, thus inviting in a higher caliber client or a higher vibrational client or people that you most desire to serve that are respecting of boundaries, that are so grateful for your time and attention. And so it's really important that we notice, where is my vibration low and how can I start to raise my vibration? And that's by better understanding what are the energetics that I'm playing with in my current container and what do I want to step into such that I attract in the clients that are more in alignment with me, right? And so those are the steps that I just walked you through. So I hope that this is supportive. And all that that means is, if there's ever anything in your life that feels heavy, all it's doing is it's asking you to take a look at it and shift it. So if a relationship with one of your clients is feeling heavy, it's asking you to take a look at it and start to say, like, where is this feeling out of alignment? Is it a boundaries issue? Is it a pricing issue? Is it something else completely? And when we can start to take a look at that, that allows us to pivot and expand into this next level version of ourselves that can support in an even higher capacity and impact the world even more. So I hope that this was supportive. I am sending you so much light and love as you step into this next level iteration of self. And what that requires is you deeply understanding the value that you bring to the table. So you are changing the world with who you are and who you are becoming, and simultaneously feeling safe in your body, mind, and spirit going after that thing. So I'm sending you so much light and love. I cannot wait to see what happens when you step into this higher frequency. You're going to be attracting in higher frequency clients, and it's going to allow yourself to feel more freedom, more excitement, more expansive energy, and ultimately allow you to do the thing that you love most in this world and the way that you love to serve most in this world, and allow for your impact to be that much greater. So I'm sending you so much light and love. And until next time, mwah.